Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
You are knowing what you are wanting. It is an expanding thing, yes. And that's good, yes. Do you like the sensation of finding another new idea of desire? So that expansion feels good, yes? Do you like the idea of life giving you yet another idea of desire before you've caught up with it? In other words, you know those things that you know you want, but you have no sense of how they will come about. You can't see the plan of unfolding. You just know you want it, but when you look at the current reality, it's not there yet. How do you like that? Well, that's the part we want you to like too. In other words, when you feel the freshness of the expansion of your idea, even before the manifestation, long before the circumstances and events have lined up to show you the way, just the fact that life has given you the desire is what you were born for, because you understand at your non-physical level that the idea is creation. Now, many of our physical friends, we can feel it happening all over the room, say, uh-oh, we're in the wrong room. Because whoever this is seems to think that it should be jolly enough for us to have the idea of something and that the manifestation of same should not be significant. And we say, that is what we say. Because you are vibrational beings, and the idea of it, provided all of the ideas within you are lined up, will give you a joyful moment. But if the idea of it is not enough and you need the manifestation of it, and the manifestation hasn't happened, and you can't see right now from your vantage point a way to cause the manifestation to happen, so now there's discord. You would call it disappointment or uneasiness or fear. If you're in that place where your desire has been hatched within you, but your belief or understanding has not caught up with it, then we can see how that uneasiness would make you say, no, Abraham, I want the manifestation of it, because when I want it and I've got it, now things are all right. And we say, you just have to want it and not oppose the wanting with your worry, and you will have the equivalent of the same joy that you will have in the having of it. So then you say, we can hear you. Let's see, do I have this right? So I want it and I don't have it, but I don't notice that I don't have it. I'm just joyful about the wanting of it, and that should be enough. And we say, well, it will feel good. And when you accomplish that balance, then the manifestation has to come. And you say, oh, so this is the trick we do to make the manifestation happen. We want it, we don't doubt it. We want it, we believe it. We want it, we imagine it. We want it, we feel good about wanting it. And if we do that, then we'll get it. And we say, yes. But if your ulterior motive is to get it, then you introduce back into the equation the discord at not having it. Do you see what we're getting at? If you could really be in your physical form, brilliant, beautiful beings that you are, extensions of source energy, if you could be the vibrational being that you are, and if you could think about lining up the energy, if you could think about thinking the thoughts that make you feel good, if you could think about what you want, and you could teach yourself, coax yourself into a way of thinking about these currently not yet manifested desires in a way that the desire feels fresh and good to you, then not only would you have a continually joyful life, but then in time you'll find the rhythm where life will cause you to ask, and the means to accomplishing the asking will be right on the heels of the asking. It already is, you just prevent it from coming in all the way. You see, when you ask for anything, and you do it all day, every day, when life causes you to give birth to another rocket of desire, Source immediately follows that rocket. Now, it's hard for you to see that because you don't in your physical form have the vantage point of that which is Source. In other words, it's hard for you from your physical experience where you are so aware of things that you're translating through your physical senses. It's hard for you to even contemplate the idea of being mostly a vibrational being, but you are. And by that we mean when you realize that you are Source energy in a physical body, and that in your physical body you are actually an extension of Source, and in your physicalness, as you explore contrast and new ideas occur to you at many levels of your being of what would make life better for you, as those ideas occur to you at conscious and unconscious levels, you emit a vibration that the larger vibrational part of you joins completely in thought. In other words, if you're sick, you automatically want wellness. And even though most of you are clamoring about how you don't like being sick and complaining about the discomfort of the sickness, in that moment you are emitting rockets of desire about wellness. And the Source within you, some call it God, some call it soul. We refer to that part of you as the inner being. That part of you gives undivided attention to the wellness that you have asked for. When you don't have enough of something that you want, you ask for more, and the Source within you turns undivided attention to what you're asking for. So even before you got here, there was a vibrational escrow of expectation of the Source part of you that was the dominant part of the unfolding of your experience. That's why well-being is such more dominant than not well-being. But now you're here in this physical body all day, every day, exploring contrast and giving birth to rockets of desires. The Source within you is benefiting and expanding because of those rockets. So we want to call your attention to the fact that you were Source energy before you came into this body, and you are still Source energy even though a part of you is in this body, and there are these two vibrational vantage points going on at all times. When you croak, we love that disrespectful word since there is no death. When you leave this physical body, you will reemerge completely into this one energy stream, into this one vibrational perspective. But before you do that, long before you do that, while you are still here in this physical body, that part of you is still the dominant part of that which you are. So it's not just the energy that you were before you were born, it's the Source energy vantage point of creation that you have become because of what you've been living here. Can you sort of kind of get that? You, in your physical form, are causing you, the expanded version of you, to evolve. And every negative emotion that you feel, no matter whether you call it despair or something lighter like frustration, every negative emotion you feel is because your in this moment thought vantage point is not matching the vantage point of the Source within you.